So today we're going to be talking about cannabis with an industrial purpose. If you don't know about the plant, it's not your fault. We have been under 80 years of prohibition in darkness. It has been taking away a plant that has been part of humankind since 10,000 years ago or more. Before the prohibition, we basically did everything with cannabis, everything. We did our clothing, my shoes, hemp shoes. We did medicine, we used to build our homes. Nowadays, with the new technologies, we're talking something else. We believe that we are in the edge of a new industrial revolution. I did include in this presentation market research that I did 4 years ago when I decided to become a hempster. Basically because I needed to understand how many people we are and what can we actually do with the numbers. Hempcrete for building. So some of you that want to share this which is biochar, hemp batteries, smart hemp cities, hemp dome eco villages, interlocking hemp blocks, green tiger journals, and the plastic hemp kayak. This last project was because our good friend Brandon said that he wanted to see something like this, so we are working on that already. When I started this journey, there were only 22 countries that legalized hemp around the world. Until yesterday, I count 46. Technological race that is really aggressive in most countries on earth that are legalizing, and United States is taking the lead. Unfortunately, Australia is getting behind for other reasons that I don't even understand, but Australia can actually become the hub. Perth can become the hub of the business. United States is the largest buyer of all type of hemp products, and China is the largest producer of hemp. They actually grow over 150,000 hectares per year, which is nothing compared with soy that we grow over 5 million hectares per year. So as you can see, this is just, we are not even in the embryonic stage. I realized that there is not any other place on earth that has the marketing conditions and competitive advantages as hemp has in Western Australia. We can grow hemp all year round, all year round. We can basically supply the whole market if we want to. There is not any other place on earth, not even Argentina, that they were growing in the 1930s, they were growing over 2 million hectares per year. Primarily because, like I said, this symbiosis will define the performance of the plant so that we can get the maximum output so we can use it. Like for instance, if you want to grow for textile, you need a special strain. If you want to grow for fuel, you need another strain. If you want to grow for medicine, you need a different strain. What is hemp or what is cannabis? Since the beginning of times, the pharaoh, they were already symbols of cannabis. There are testimonies of prehistorical times where cannabis obviously was present in every activity that we were doing. Since 8,000 years ago with the same material as this. So far, according to some engineers, this is, once you build with this, it never stops getting harder and harder and harder. The first Bible ever printed on earth was made out of, it was printed in hemp paper. Without hemp, the Spaniards and the British would have never arrived in America because it was used for the sails, the rope, and the food. The United States first Declaration of Independence or Constitution was also printed in hemp paper. The first car ever built on earth was made out of hemp. It was fueled from hemp. What you see here is made out of hemp as well. Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and BMW, internal panels are made out of hemp. What we are looking for to do here in Western Australia is to build a body car or a hemp car, electric vehicle hemp car. Nowadays, we have, hemp engineering has alliances with companies that do not only have artificial intelligence harvesters, but also decordicators. So basically, you don't have to think. You just put it in there, and you get all the raw material that we need to do plastic, paper, whatever you need. As you can see, there are many products. Everything that you see here is hemp. This is ours. This is ours as well. This is not ours. But this is a sister company in India that is also doing this kind of work. But what is actually the difference between medical cannabis and hemp? Well, there are over 2,000 of strains, over a variety of this plant, of this seed. You find medical cannabis, industrial hemp, and recreational marijuana. I do understand that Australians do not like to call marijuana marijuana because it reminds in the time of the prohibition. But I'm Latino, so for us, marijuana means resistance to the prohibition. So it's a different concept, no? Nonetheless, the big difference between those two industrial hemp is that the content of the THC, which makes paranoid all governments on earth, is very low, so it doesn't really have any effect on anybody. Primarily because the THC, to have an effect on the body, it needs to be heat up over 100 centigrades. In 1992, Israeli scientists discovered what is called the endocannabinoid system, which, because of the prohibition, was hidden to the medical science. Is basically, this is the nervous system, this is the mind, and above this system exists, which basically controls and regulates everything in our body. Surprisingly, this is not being taught in the universities. Then, once we discovered this, the CBD was isolated, and that is what sparked the boom of the revolution. 7 years ago in Colorado, there was a little baby, Charlotte. She had seizures of all kinds. The scientists discovered the CBD. She got healed, and now this is history. That's why without that, I would not be talking about that now. Nobody can even talk. This is 10 years ago. You police will be here just for us talking about this. One of the things that the scientists has been discovered that the kids, when they are newborn, the milk of the mama has endocannabinoids, and that's why there is a cycle. The kids cries because he needs the teeth with the milk with the endocannabinoids that calm him down and put him to sleep. So it's a cycle that we human beings have. One of the problems of the prohibition that since 80 years ago, the United States decided to nobody can touch this. So since then, the cancer multiplied. There is, we all know about I don't know if you all know, but this is actually what has been happening. In Australia context, it is understood that the British arrived in Australia looking for a land where to grow hemp safely because it was the raw material for everything. But even the Queen Victoria used to take her oil. So what is actually hemp? Hemp is, like I said, it's the same as the sisters, except that it is grown differently. This plant grows like a bamboo. It can go up to 4 or 5 meters high. It is basically broken down in 4 areas, which is the seed itself, the leaf, the root, the flowers, and the stalk. We are going to be talking mostly about the stalk today, because that's where we focus. So I am Ramon Granados. I'm a civil engineer. I'm an environmental engineer, and before I joined the hemp industry, I used to design and build oil and gas refineries in, I think, like 14 countries, and I used to travel around the world, basically destroying the world. So in 2016, I found this plant, and I found redemption. So I quit my corporate career, and I decided to change the world, and this is what I've been doing. Well, I don't know, thank you for the applause, but there is so much to do yet that I believe that we have not done nothing yet.